Hello, my name is Chris, and in this video I'm going to walk you through some of the updates we've landed on the new build experience. For this demo I'm using a public pipeline from the open source JavaScript runtime Bun. So this is an example of a failing build, and yeah, we've made some changes to the build header and some of the top level tabs, I should say. The build header is a bit more condensed now. Build status is on the left, and it's now visible when you're drilling into a job. You can always see the build status up the top, regardless of how you've docked your step drawer. If I close that, you can see we now have a summary tab, and this tab has information like when the build was created, who created the build, and how it was triggered, if it was triggered from another pipeline, or it was a rebuild. All that information now lives over here. I've also got some additional execution details, like when the build was finished, which is some information we weren't showing before. You might also notice that annotations have moved out from under here. They now live as a top-level tab. We know people or developers and development teams have put a lot of effort into their annotations, so we want to make sure they're sort of front and center. And with that change, we also wanted to give users more control over what their starting page is when they come into a build. And that's what this little cog is over here. This is sort of build page preferences or user preferences for the page. So you can now control what your starting page is for a given pipeline. So in this case, if I were to come into /builds /18467, I can say, yeah, I've put a bunch of effort into my annotations and they do a great job summarizing my build, so I want to start there. Maybe I have a simpler pipeline that doesn't have annotations, then summary page, or maybe I'm using test engine, then the test tab might be a good one. Or I want to just go straight to the table view or canvas, whatever you like. So with this change, you can specify it per pipeline, or you can also apply it, across the board to all your pipelines. You'll also note that the sidebar now can be collapsed. So this is quite handy if you were digging into, say, the waterfall view. You now have the full screen real estate, or the table view. You can drill in here. But if you're looking at a job and then you need to quickly jump to another one, you can pop open the sidebar and you can see where this step is in context with the rest of your pipeline. So you've still got access to that. And you've also got access to a new button here, which is jump to failure. So this button existed on the canvas, which was only on that page, but now it's been hoisted up a level and it's available sort of across the whole build experience. So this button will cycle you through failures in your pipeline. So if I had multiple failures here, it would sort of take me to the next one and the next one. So that's quite useful if you want to sort of jump around really fast. And on the same note, we've got step search, which can be accessed using the hotkey S. I should also say that focus on failure or jump to failure can be accessed with the hotkey F, so you can jump around quickly there. But S will pop you into step search, and then I can jump over here. I've got keyboard navigation. I can open it quickly, and that's going to open it up in the sidebar. That's also going to open up here. A few other changes. We've got sort of table resizing or column resizing, so you can sort of see some big labels if you had some long step names, which would get truncated before. And just a whole bunch of small, responsive improvements and lots of fixes that we've been shipping. So yeah, thanks again for all your great feedback, and we're excited for you to have a play with this change. Thanks.